type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends, there's so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
On second down, he's looking downfield. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And, man, I tell you what, I just love his instincts. You can tell when the ball's being passed, he sees it, and he breaks on the football. That's why he's in the top 10 in interceptions this season. Just such a great feel in the passing game, and you got to be careful when you attack him.
They stopped him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. Able to get the first one of the day away, they did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. He's got great speed. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, NC State. The whole thought process is just get the ball back and what will we do on offense? And the special teams takes care of that.
What a great job by the special teams unit, making a big-time play. Listen, the offense was going to get the ball, Reese. Yeah, I get you, but they got this taken care of. Take the punt return, make a few guys miss, take it all the way to the house. Really good execution on that punt return.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff team takes the field after the punt return for the touchdown. Let's see what they've got in coverage now. Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. And the returner will be knocked down. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Takes the easy completion. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. They'll line up for a second down play. They're going to run it. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. This offense really needs to get something going. Punt on the opening drive, and now a 3rd and 10 coming up. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's picked off. Got room on the return. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. The Wolfpack offense comes out, and they'll go on the attack for the first time today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. They started this drive in great field position, now needing to convert on 3rd and 2. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football. They're on 3rd down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. On the move, it's Toppin. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, North Carolina State.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and get...
Off he goes! And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Stanford going back to work with another first down. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3 as they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on second down. Finds his big tight end. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Smashes it between the uprights. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. USF put one in the win column in convincing fashion. The Bulls had 0 issue moving the ball, and that defense held strong in key moments. Talk about a complete performance. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback checking the play. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the foot. Complete and 4th down's coming. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. And boy, was that pressure in his face immediately. Down he goes. Stanford lines up to punt it away. The last time they punted, it went back for 6. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. The lone back's got it. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Toss to the outside. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
You know, that's a good decision, I think, to go for it on 4th down because you're in the middle of the field. Even if you don't get it, your defense isn't in an awful position running back on, but they're able to get the 4th to keep the drive alive. Let's see what they do next.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting 1st downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Throws toward the end zone. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone to take a deep breath and digest what we just saw in Raleigh. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23.
And with that, let's send it back to the fellas in Carter Finley Stadium.
Got room at the 35. He's up to 81 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. To the ground. He's got it again. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
The give to the tailback. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Run the football, you're ahead, you can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll try to get outside. At the 35, he's open. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the change for the first down.
Well, they get another big run for a first down, and if you're on offense, you love the way your offensive line is blocking early in this game. They're getting tremendous movement, and they're making life pretty easy for these running backs right now.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with the pickup of 4.
That didn't bust for a long one, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. They'll try to power it in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. NC State quick to the line. Power ahead. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Wolfpack! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Makes a move. Quick step and go. He's got an alley. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. Short fields make successful offenses, just what they want here. He'll do it himself. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
This offense is really going to try to keep the defense on their heels in the run game by doing it with different guys. It'll be running backs, it'll be quarterbacks. They may even try to get receivers involved in the jet sweep game, reverse game as well. But a nice play there.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later, but you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Finds his big tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They'll put the tight end in motion. The give to the lone running back. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Wide receiver shows motion. Trying to outflank them on the jet sweep. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on fourth down. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. To the ground to try to move the chains. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quickly to the tight end. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the done.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The give and tick, 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 tick. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. Off the play fake on 1st down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Trying to escape and get it himself. This senior quarterback never afraid to run it when he has to pick up a 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. They'll go to the ground, fighting off the defender. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that. Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over 100 on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Pocket starts to collapse. They stop him short as he was trying to scramble and find his way to the goal line. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. One more play to pad the stats. Let's go. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.